take off in a spaceship, like everybody else on.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
We're always ready to take off.
It
Warp
feels like
speed.
it's the right spaceship every
Blast
day.
off.
I've been ready to take off in a spaceship for years.
Yes.
I'm waiting. Yeah. Yeah. Not much longer now, please.
Oh, no, more work to do for you.
There is a lot more work to do.
Boots
A
on the
lot more
ground.
work. Absolutely. So how are you two?
Doing good. Great. Enjoying this time of year, all the hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
You both look fabulous with your
Antlers.
what's it called? With your head work. Yeah.
Yes, bringing us a little closer to Mother Gaia, I think.
Yes, absolutely.
That's always the case.
Fantastic.
Good.
Yeah.
I've never seen reindeer ears suit somebody so well. And
We're twinning. This was unintentional, by the way. We had
I
no
know. I know.
idea.
We're like an old married couple. We've been together so long. We just coordinate.
We're talking to the other married couple over there.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah.
so it works, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's perfect.
So it works. But we were just very quickly saying about the dates today. 12th to the 12th, 24.
Yes. Well,
Perfect.
absolutely. And each of us probably has a different perspective, but I was just getting in terms of download, it's really about exploration of self and exploration of connectivity with others. So the 1 and the 2, right? Self and then relationship. And I mean, that just brings so many things to mind. What do I want, in this relationship? But it's not just about, couples. I think it's more about like even your country, what I want in this sort of soup and what am I going to perhaps declare? What boundaries am I going to set? Anyway, so I think it's a great day for looking into that, and also about boundaries, which of course is near and dear to us, to our RSR hearts.
Yeah. As we get older, I think we have less tolerance for, all of the things that go on in the world that distract us from what we're here to do. So, I'm more inclined not to even turn on the news anymore. We stay focused. Keep your eye on the prize. Blinders on.
Yeah, I think it's very easy to get distracted, isn't it? And there's particularly in this line of work, there's a lot of things that try and distract you away from what you're trying to do. And exactly what you were saying, Tara, is it is about the 1 and the 2. Look at yourself, look at your communication with others, and then, as Natasha said, don't take that distraction. Keep your eye on the prize, keep focused, keep going forward. And certainly from sort of my side, this is the time of year where we enter hibernation. So, whatever we've done this year, this is the time to hibernate, reflect, and come out stronger next year, come out stronger in January, getting ready for the new fruits, the new sprigs of life in February and March, which is certainly where we've been concentrating our conversation today.
Yeah, if you are a person interested in this type of work, and even on a daily basis, like family people, oh, do I do the laundry or do I meditate? I mean, wow. So focusing on self and self needs, but I mean, this is really, we're not doing it for self. People that are involved in this work generally have a passion to help other people. And let's do yourself and everyone a favor. If this is something you're interested in pursuing, like, get involved. I can't think of a better way to help humanity, but there's so much support and love and time spent on what you love at the same time. It's just like the best thing in the world. People are like, oh, I don't want to bother you. No, this is what I love. Bother me. Bother me all day long. But yeah, so why don't you tell us a little bit about that in terms of dates?
Well, in terms of dates, we have a new online course which will start in February, And because it's starting in February, that means the timing is now for applications. So we are taking applications now. We have a process to go through, which obviously you two are heavily involved in. And we're hoping for the online Q&A section of the course to be released before Christmas. So anybody that's interested in coming in on the next online course, now is the time. This is the time for the application. This is the time to start the process. We have the very beginning being released before Christmas, and we have the actual training taking place a few weeks after that, because we do have a section first that you have to go through before you hit the actual training section. So now is the time. Now is the time to get involved.
Yeah, I think it's quite exciting, isn't it, really? Again, you know, as the time's gone by, obviously this last year for us has been a really kind of, you know, pedal as fast as we can. And I think now we're finding, or I'm certainly feeling, we're getting to the point that we can start to restructure things internally slightly, and we can start to kind of tailor these courses to be more reflective of the way we want to be, the way we want to work. So again, now we've actually run courses, we've run 3 in-person courses, and obviously one online course that's coming to kind of conclusion. We know where we are, we know what we want to do, we need to refine a few things as you know, is continual really. So this is a continually evolving area, but we're looking to make the way that we train and the people you're training with the best people in the area to do this work, basically. And that's why you two are on the screen, obviously, because you know, you are those people, and obviously you're good with other people, and we have a great community behind the scenes. And I think it is it's kind of flown, I guess, really, from my perspective. And it's felt like, I don't know about you, it's felt like probably to all 4 of us, I guess, that we haven't really had time to recollect what we've actually built together over the last sort of 12 months. But I think for me now, as you talk about hibernation, it feels like a time to stop, look at what we're doing, how we're going to do things, what we're going to change, and then let's start to, when I come out in January, kind of all guns blazing, really.
I think that's the thing, is now is the time of year where you do consolidate. You look at who you got around you, you look at the strength you have around you, the loyalty you have around you, and you progress moving forwards. And that's exactly where we are now as we come into this hibernation period. And also, one of the things that a lot of people have been requesting is the payment section of the course, and if there's going to be payment plans for the online. So previously the answer had been no, because we just simply didn't have the time or the management to police that and to make sure that it was all okay. Whereas what we're hoping this time is that there will be payment plans for the online course. And we are looking at that literally right now, trying to make that a smooth process for everybody. So watch this space. If you are interested, apply. Let us know if you'd like to do the payment plan, and we will certainly be trying to build that into a smooth process for you. Everything has to be smooth and efficient for you. That's what we're trying to do. And that's why we couldn't do it before, because we were trying to work with companies to take the responsibility off us. But because of the nature of our work, a lot of them wouldn't touch us because it's spiritual work. So we were we had our hands tied, really. We wanted to do it. We knew the importance of it. I was just trying to find a way forward. But hopefully we have that way forward now.
Wonderful. And now you're in this amazing space.
Oh,
Yeah, totally looking forward to classes there.
Well, you know, can't wait for you guys to come over and see it for yourselves. I mean, this is Terry Towers. This is this place is special. It's a lovely place. I mean, the fact that we're Spirit Release Academy inside a castle doing our work is just
that's so cool.
It's just phenomenal. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Next year, we have the option for small personal training in Terry Towers. Come into HQ, come in and see us, see where we work, come and interact with us and get the training direct. This is exactly what we'll be doing from here. And also we do have plans for maybe some sort of retreat or something that we'll be talking about. There's all these different things, which will be a bigger location, which will probably be Beachfield House. If we do that for our practitioners, and if we do that, we will be trying to do something a little bit special that hasn't been done before, and I don't think anybody knows about this yet. So if there are practitioners that want to come over to the UK and spend some time with us, there will be something special that we're trying to arrange if we get permission.
Interest peaked.
Mhm.
Yeah, and it will be something. It will be something that very, very few people get the opportunity to do.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's
And
the same point.
Yeah,
right, if you've never been in a
Intriguing.
training with these two, I mean, the energy in the room is just like you're buzzing. You are buzzing for days even. It's just so beautiful. Highly,
We were
highly
buzzing so
impressive.
much, we had a headache on Wednesday.
yeah.
In Ithaca,
I
on
think
the New
several
York
of
course.
us,
Yeah.
even after, but it's just like all this energy, right? Trying to run through this.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah, Wednesdays were a big day in training. Wednesdays were a very big day because that's the day we flip over from theory into practical. So it's a very, very big day for everybody because, I mean, the tension is there because people feel the pressure because they're going to do their first clearing. Like a lot of this is that we can't do practice clearings. Every clearing we do is real.
Yes.
So there is no making it up and see how you get on. It's you open up a real connection to a real person who requires help, and you're in. And that's why we take the first 2.5 days so seriously in what we do, and we explain absolutely everything in that's required to do that clearing professionally, and the importance of the assessor. You know, the importance of the assessor is just that they run the whole show. They're the management of the clearing, and they're, if you like, they're also the security.
You said assessor. We're assessor. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
He's testing you to see if you notice.
Andy and I have been on the snowballs. But yeah, sorry, facilitators I'm referring to, and how important they are and what they do. And they are the security blanket for the whole session, because a good facilitator will just completely control the session, look after the medium at the same time. And we have seen it where mediums have required help during a live session and the facilitators have acted immediately and pulled them straight back. Particularly 2 people that I'm thinking of right now, outstanding work they did in that session.
It does take skill, and that brings me to, if you're thinking of applying, especially as a facilitator, hypnosis practitioners make really good facilitators because they already have that experience of working with somebody in trance, and they know the importance of, that state of mind. But, even massage, we have massage therapists, we have acupuncturists, we have, psychotherapists, we have Reiki, and then we have some that are not into a lot of the energy work, but it really does help to have that, because it is your responsibility to, run that session. You can't be intimidated by, the guide. You have to be confident that what you're getting and what's happening in the session that you're in complete control of. So it's not, RSR is not a entry level modality, but a lot of people we hear, they feel like they've been training for this their whole lives. So all of the steps that they've taken and the experiences that they've had up until this point has been preparing them for this. So it's not really a matter of usually somebody saying, I think I might want to, but I'm not sure. What we hear from most people are, this is what I've been looking for. This is what I've been waiting for. This is the answer. So if you're feeling that, then definitely get with us and we'll talk to you and walk you through all of your questions, see if it meets your expectations of what you're looking for and how you like to work. And a lot of times I'll let Tara talk on the medium part, but a lot of times our mediums, they might not feel like they're at the point, because we really need the mediums to be able to connect with their guide and already have that connection so that they can go straight into working. If you're not quite to that point, you can begin as a facilitator. So it's great to have experience in both roles. Absolutely. And then work your way into that. So that's also a way that we can work.
Uh,
I'm just going to quick shout out to say hi to Ashley and John, who have popped up in the comments. So good to see you guys.
Oh, I didn't even realize there was a comment spot.
Yeah, if you click on the
Oh,
comments,
there it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yay! Great. Hey, guys.
They are.
Oh, Natasha, you said it like really well. And the idea is there's plenty of people that are highly spiritual, highly energetically sensitive, but they have what we would think of as 3D jobs, right? I mean,
Mhm.
there's people that are running businesses, even with dentistry, that are very aware of what's going on with their clients, but they don't come out and tell them because it wouldn't seem right, or they don't feel comfortable, or they're not sure what to do. And those people, when they find something like this, often say, oh my gosh, now I know how I can help them. They're coming to me for this, but I know there's something more that I can do for them. So there's people from really all walks, but you're right, you have that. You feel just like anything. I think we're very much led by the nose by our higher self. You just have that internal, it's like the radar system. It's like beep, 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 like, like a stud finder on a wall. It's like, this is it.
Mhm.
It feels really great. Yeah. And in terms of mediumship, like anything, and I love that analogy where it's like you come and you get your license, your driver's license, but the practice, it's the experiences that you have, and coming to these like amazing support groups on Tuesday night and Wednesdays, being part of the conversation. There's so much learning that can take place from each other, and it very much is a community. And I think so many people that I've talked to personally, this is one of the largest draws. They are not out there doing this like, oh my God, like on solo. It's not a deserted island. And this is really the time for connectivity and community. And that's where we're headed. And so whilst other people may teach this modality, I don't know. I don't keep up with what everybody else is doing, because this is it for me. I think it's really missing. There's an energetic component that is just not there. With this, you get the wisdom, you get the experience, and you really get that community.
Yeah, I think that's the big difference, really. I think we've all worked, certainly from a mediumistic perspective. If you're a medium and you're a working medium, then if you're looking for that challenge to go or move to the next step, and you're interested in this type of thing, this is it, really, because this work will challenge mediums in ways that you've never been challenged before. And I think that's what makes it interesting. That's why I was drawn to do the work with Terry sort of 12 years ago, because I was already mediumistic. I was talking to guides and things, but I found this fascinating and wanted to do it. And then when I realised, the actual the challenge aspect of it, but then effectively the kind of the treatment that works from a client perspective, and you see people that you're bringing back from the brink of kind of life disaster, and you're helping families and people that are hearing voices suicidal. You're helping these kind of very extreme cases. There isn't a kind of more challenging area to be in, I don't think, if you're in the spiritual realm than this. And this is why it makes it so fulfilling for all of us, really, I think.
Which is the importance of the team around you. It's important that you give the respect to your peers, work with them, be part of that community, and support the others, because sooner or later you will need that support back. And as we know, that support is there for you. You've only got to put a shout out on one of our groups, and you're going to have people jump on that support system immediately. Absolutely immediately. It's a very, very powerful thing.
Aw, see what Ashley wrote? I was just thinking that.
We learn so much from each other every week, just in our conversations even. We learn in the sessions and watching each other work, but just in our conversations of what's happening in our lives and, you know, how we've overcome things, because everyone will be challenged. When you decide to take on this work, be prepared for a challenge. So that's why we put together that PDF of, you know, this is, you know, look at this over and make sure that you feel like you're in this space, because if you've had something major go on in your life or something, you may be too vulnerable to begin this at this moment, because it's like going into a boot camp. We were talking about that the other night. It is totally like going into boot camp. You will be challenged, and even the facilitators are challenged just as much as the mediums. There's a couple that could attest to that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I mean, we do
Be
state this
prepared.
work is this work makes you very transparent.
yeah,
It makes you very transparent. You come in, you do the training, and people go through like an evolution of something. And like Natasha just says, everybody gets tested. Every single person that comes through the training gets tested. How you react to that testing is how you move forward. And this is so important during the training session. And I can see that John
I
is
know.
coming in with his comments, and he's just making me laugh, going, Heidi, ho, ho, ho.
Oh,
Yeah.
I saw a
Well, you
photo
get dragged by
recently of
your
John.
you get dragged by your medium wife to come help her with this thing, and then all of a sudden you're under attack, and you're like, "What's happening?"
there's
Yeah.
never a dull moment, and it's not tedious work. It's not monotonous work. It's just incredibly evolutionary. But yeah,
Yes.
you have to have some type of emotional, like an energetic maturity, for sure, coming in, because they will try to knock you off your block, destabilize you. So if you're already unstable, probably not a good idea until you have a little more growth, I think, and
Yeah. And that's why
stability.
the support system is there, so that everyone can help each other get through it. You know, we
Yeah.
lock arms and we get through it together, and people come out on the other side so much stronger and confident. It's a beautiful thing to see. You know, you start out and ping, ping, ping. They're always needing help, and they're like, "Why can't I get a handle on this?" And then suddenly, when it clicks and everything comes together, then they're just like, "Wow, I didn't realize what I didn't realize." You just don't know what you don't know.
Yes,
There's
and
no
then
other way to describe it without experiencing it.
they're off helping other people. Which is,
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point, isn't it? I mean, that was the whole kind of like the remit behind what we created, I guess, really, is that we're not individuals on our own trying to do things. We're part of a team of people together, doing things together, and we all need things at different times. Every one of us gets challenged, we all get problems, but effectively, when you know there's a support system behind the scenes for you, it changes your level of confidence, and of course, it actually makes you adapt and change as a person, I guess, really. And like you say, we see people growing. Oh, I love to see people come in that are nervous,
Yeah.
they're anxious, they're a bit worried. You know, they're like, am I good enough to do this? Will I get tested? Yeah, you'll get tested. Fast forward 6 months, and you look at the personality, and they're stood in their own power. They're sovereign. They know what they're doing. You know, they've changed their families. They're changing people, and their kind of life becomes enriched because of their journey. And it's all down to them. And I think that's the key thing, isn't it? Really, it's for us to sit back and watch and think, we don't take the credit. We just help to facilitate that journey for them, really.
And I think that's the thing, isn't it? It's those that hear the call. As we say, it's those that hear the call. Perhaps I don't necessarily know why I want to do it. Perhaps I do. But I know that I want to do it. The why is not always there. I just know that I need to. And if that's you, and if you're the sort of person that comes into this sort of scenario, then the support is there to help you get through the training and get you through to certification. It will expose you. There will be hurdles. There will be corners. There will be junctions on your path. Handle it, deal with it, and move on, because that certification at the end of it means something to us. And there's a huge meaning in the symbol of the Spirit Release Academy. And the standard is set. So if you're willing, we will get you there. We will get that logo on a certificate to you and get you certified. And the work that you do will be amazing. I promise you. It's absolutely amazing.
I think it was quite a good comment. Gabby just popped on actually. Thanks for that, Gabby. And she said for sure the
Yes.
testing begins even before the course. And that is the whole thing, even before you actually start. Well, the moment you engage with us in a kind of conversational perspective, or whether you're applying online, that is the point. Your intention sets a ball in motion, basically, and that ball starts to move and starts to roll. And that again is kind of shows you that this is your path. If you're starting to be pushed and boundaries are coming up, then clearly they're coming up because this is your test. And for most of us, this is kind of that's what we're born to do, I guess, really. I sort of feel like this is what I'm here for. I don't look at any other job or any other thing and think that's what I'm here to do this. And this is what what I will be doing. And the same, and all of us on the call, we all found our fit. And as soon as you find that fit, and all the other practitioners have the same conversations, that you're looking for areas of things that interest you. And when you find this type of work, if it is for you, then it's definitely ingrained, and then it's just a case of finding teams or people or other courses and things you want to do in the same area. And this is where we hopefully we feel we've got a very good handle on the way we're teaching the people that are part of the academy, and the kind of the thoroughbred from Terry really being followed all the way through. So this is an academy that's been running for probably 2 years, but the work's been running for nearly 15. So our new guys have been involved for years as well. So this isn't like a 5-minute thing that's popped up. This is it's been created quite recently on a timeline. But what we're doing is we're working with techniques and practices, and obviously with Terry's thoroughbred. In fact, Terry's always here because when we walk in,
morning Terry.
And you kind of feel his energy, and he's basically wandering around here continually. So we kind of being here is actually, I've noticed the feeling change in me when I walk through the door here. It's like you've come home basically, because you know that the spiritual team are also here, which is actually quite an interesting way to observe that feeling.
We're very lucky. This is an amazing atmosphere to work in. Absolutely amazing. We are very, very lucky in that sense. Just so you know, I keep doing that because I'm reading the comments. So whereas we've only just got into the Terry Towers, we're still setting it up properly. As you can see, we're starting to get the podcast area together. But the microphone on the moment is on a chair. And behind the chair is the comments. So if I want to read it, I have to look behind the chair. But there's nothing going on that's distracting me.
But that is the whole evolution, isn't it? We've gone from working in our offices, and you guys are in your home offices as well. And we've got to a point we've actually got an office space that we're kind of building in the way we want it built. And this is where we'll be creating podcasts. This is where we'll be doing conversations and courses from. So, it's going to take a little bit of time to kind of adapt the space to the way we need it to be. And it's fair to say there's a lot of tech in this room that we can't use.
Yet.
There's certainly a lot of tech in the room that I can't use.
Oh my gosh.
And of course, as soon as we try and order anything at the moment, whereas normally you can get things delivered within 3 to 5 days, everything at the moment because of Christmas is slightly delayed. So there are other things coming. You will be seeing.
Rest and reflect. Rest and reflect.
It's not an issue.
Not whenever their boss is in the building looking over their shoulder 24 hours a day. No resting for Dr.
We'll have
Palmer.
to find a way to expedite it then.
Yeah, absolutely.
All those juicy ideas.
Yeah, lots coming through. Really. Just lots to do. There's always lots to do, mate.
Lots to do. Yeah, it never stops. We just keep changing the priority order. But I think it feels like we've got a much better handle now on what we need to do and when we need to do it by. Which again, we've been scrabbling around before, trying to align a lot of these courses and timings. And we've kind of realised, I guess, when we did the Ithaca course, the concept of going to run a course. It isn't just a case of put a date in the diary. There's a massive amount of work to do behind the scenes. And I guess it kind of distracts us from what we're then doing. So every time we run a course, it takes us away from moving things in the direction we've been trying to go, because obviously I'm focused on the course, not the other things. And I think that became pretty evident to me really after New York, that, there was a lot of kind of change in direction, which stops things and slows things down. And, we've talked about that, and we're kind of coming up with different ways to do things so that we can kind of keep this ship moving forward whilst other things are happening in different places. And obviously you guys are becoming instrumental in that, so we're very fortunate that you're here with us, really. As
Happy to be-
music
We're
reindeers.
blessed. Yes, we're the Santa's elves.
Yeah, that's the thing. And also next year, you'll be seeing other people coming through as well. People that have been working with us for a few months now, they're now going to start coming through and taking different responsibilities off us, because as we're all aware, 2 people can't do everything. 4 people can't do everything. It's evolved so quickly and at such a speed and such a rate of knots. We've struggled to catch up with our day-to-day work. So now we have more people around us that we've got used to. We've seen professional ethics, and we know who we can pick out and bring into the next level, coming through and helping us with training, coming through and helping us in the back office of the academy. And it's these people that form the foundation in the structure that we're building. So everyone will be seeing more names coming through soon, more faces. Exciting.
I think it's worth kind of just calling out, well, both of you guys in different ways. Obviously, Tara, from a mediumistic perspective, she's there supporting mediums, which isn't difficult job in itself, but trying to manage people is difficult. So we do acknowledge that aspect from the things that you do and how you do things behind the scenes. And then for me, obviously, Natasha's taken on the kind of content creation for the website, and these images that come out on the SRA Facebook page are kind of Natasha's picture, really. And that's been a massive step change. I think it's fair to say that those images that we're now presenting, and the kind of the content that goes behind and the narration behind the images, is exactly where we want to be from a kind of SRA perspective. So I thought it was worth just kind of flying your flags, really, in both things that you do.
Yeah, and also the work you do on the Tuesday and Wednesday evenings with our practitioners, the way you both manage those sessions, absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
Aww. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I think this is the thing, isn't it? For this last year, we've all been running so fast, sometimes you don't get acknowledged for the things you do because you just do those things. And if it's what you do, it's what you do. But it's actually quite nice for someone to sit back and say, you are doing really well. And I look forward every day to see the image that's going to come up on my Facebook feed from Natasha. I think that's really cool. I have a little laugh. So, I'm sure most people in SRA do that. The day starts with an image that gets popped out onto your feed, and that's one of the first things you look at. And that can set the scene for your day as well. So it's, I think it's quite an important thing. I know it's a meme, but, it does actually have some bearing and some meaning, which is what we all kind of need to consider.
Has some meaning.
Some meaning. Some meaning.
Has a bearing and some meaning.
Definitely.
And that's exactly what Ashley is saying. Ashley's coming through at the moment. Hopefully we'll have her certified at the moment. She was absolutely lovely in Ithaca. Very strong candidate coming through. And as she says, yes, you take the hits, smile and thank them for showing you your weak points and your armor, and then you keep going. And, I hope I'm not speaking out of line. Ashley had a wonderful journey in Ithaca from Monday to Friday, and seeing the progression for her alone, let alone the others as well, but just her alone, was a pleasure to be around and to witness. So really looking forward to her coming through her certification.
The caliber of people that join this academy are just spectacular. I mean, you could go throughout your whole life and never meet like this many amazing people. It's like, where did you come from? Like, I think that all the time. And as far as the Tuesday and Wednesday nights, like on Wednesdays, a lot of times I can't participate very much, but if I can sort of be a fly on the wall, the conversations that everybody has, I mean, everybody has such a wealth of information and experience based that it's just like, wow. So it's so easy because everybody is just so phenomenal. It's just
Absolutely. I mean, you've only
Oh,
got to look
Ashley
at
wrote that too. Oh, sorry, magical.
Hang on, let me see.
Who's the chair?
Yeah.
Who's the chair?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, absolutely magical. I mean, just people commenting, just to say that. John, you know, if you want to meet somebody who's humble, if you want to meet somebody who is that quiet rock who sits in the corner, doesn't want attention, but the guy is built with strength, and his ability to help out and support people is immense. And you know, very, very lucky to have John and his lovely wife Carolyn around as well. You know, and then you're looking at Gabby. You know, Andy and I, we talk to Gabby every day about different things. She's always watching our backs. She's going through the online course at the moment again. Very good when she comes through, but she's always watching our backs, helping us out. And then you've got a wonderful medium like Jenny. So, you know, we've got it in abundance.
We really
We've got
do.
it absolutely in abundance. We're very, very lucky.
Incredible
I think what
bunch.
you said, actually, Tara, it's a really good point. Trying to find good people is actually really hard because there aren't that many good people, are there? There aren't many people with, because, you know, that is the deal, isn't it? Effectively.
It's everything's magnetic, you know, and so this group is of high vibe, so it's attracting the right people,
Yeah.
and that's it. You're not getting in a bunch of like a snake pit where it looks like it's
Yeah.
all love and light, but it's like a viper pit. People that they're not we oriented, service to others oriented, very quickly find themselves just pulled away, you know, from the group. It just because it's not a resonant match.
Well, that is the thing, isn't it? We're all spiritual people. We're all doing spiritual work, and that is the core kind of teaching in spirituality, isn't it? Everything's vibration, so it is attraction or rejection. So if you're not the same, you're not going to stay. And if you are the same, it's the right place for you to be. So it's pretty clear, really, from that perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to be ready. You have to be willing to learn and stretch and grow. You know, because like I said, you don't even understand before you start all the different ways you'll be challenged. So that's basically the difference between those who stay and are amazing and those who change their minds, or, you know, it just didn't work for them, is that willingness to go that next step. And if you're just not willing at that time, then you won't grow. But you have to be willing to grow, for sure.
Yeah, I think what people don't realise is that we have also done this journey.
Yeah.
We have also done that. And we've also stayed the course.
Yes, and it's not easy to look at your own self.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing.
It's quite a good point. If you look at the core team, like we've all been involved with Terry when Terry was alive, and how many conversations have we all had with him that weren't particularly positive? Where he's banging the desk, or he's annoyed, or things aren't right. You have to take it on the chin. And a number of times I'd be talking about things and he'd just disappear. And I think, okay, Terry's annoyed. So then 2 days later you get a call, sorry, let's have another conversation. So you pick it up again and you move it forward again. And you know, Terry didn't take any prisoners at all, which was his way of doing things. But that made you grow as a person, because there weren't many people that could actually work with Terry, because he would choose not to work with most people. And that's the whole thing. This is, like you say, we've all been on this journey. We've all been through our own kind of shadow work and looking at things ourselves and deciding if we want to be part of it and the way we work. And those people that, you know, aren't particularly good at taking the knocks are going to kind of drop away pretty quick, more than likely.
And you've only got to look at going back to Terry as well. You know, we sort of put him up on the pedestal as the boss. We always have and we always will. But he was knocked. That guy was knocked back a number of times by different people, and he never let it affect him. He was always turning up the next day, putting his glasses on, staring into the screen, just get on with it. Doesn't matter what knocks he took, he always came back with that same focus, that same Terry attitude and drive to get this work out there, because that was the whole thing that just fueled his life. You want to talk about some knocks? Look at Terry. Look what Terry got. Look at the people that tried to stitch him up. Look at the people that tried to knock him back. Look at the people that tried to take over what he was trying to achieve and do it themselves without his knowledge, without his passion, and without the support structure around him. The guy was phenomenal. He was a real, this is why we call him, he was a force. It was a force to be reckoned with, and he absolutely was. It's a great loss, but I'm sure he's banging some heads, some spiritual guide heads around.
Oh, I bet it is.
Just get on with it.
Oh,
For sure.
Yeah,
No, it's good.
yeah,
Just say hi
absolutely.
to Matsumi. Thanks for joining, Matsumi. Good to see you. I think Matsumi's planning to come here next year and do the in-person course.
oh my gosh. That'll be
Quite keen to do
amazing.
it hot and sunny. No one wants to come here in the rain.
When it's bang.
Oh, I would
Cool.
be there just for the energy and that. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's like a kind of it's almost like a healing energy, isn't it? To be in a room with such high vibe, every cell of your being is vibrating at this high frequency. It's got to be quite a healing place to be, I would imagine, as well, really.
Yeah, absolutely. But once you're in that vibration, you're in it.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what happens here, isn't it, every day?
Cool.
So cool.
Yes.
So that's why we wanted to come on today, really, to say that things are happening. You will be seeing, certainly, releases over the next couple of weeks of what's happening and when. We've got a few more I's to dot, a few more T's to cross. But if you are interested, please get your applications in. There is a process. The process is there for a reason. And if you hear the call, just let us know, because we will do whatever we can to help
And
you.
we ought to call it the moose call. Because they've got reindeers and I've got a moose over there. What are mooses called? Like, they must have some type of.
I've got no idea.
Can you do an impression of a moose?
Ooh, I don't know what's a moose. Oh,
Oh, is that what they
Yeah, we're gonna have to find the sound of a moose. Like, the call, basically.
Yeah.
To hear that.
yes, and then we need to see
I'll have to
him.
make a moose meme
A moose
Yeah.
is perfect.
for the mascot.
A
Right, and
meaning for moose mean.
we'd
Yeah,
like to
that'd be
be able to see him too. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So, brilliant. Well, your work is certainly appreciated, certainly by us. I know a lot of the practitioners as well. So, thank you very much. And
Thank you,
we shall
guys.
continue to meet, talk, and drive this force forward.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, thank you. You guys do
Thank
so
you.
much. Everyone doesn't see it, but like, oh my God, it's just
I know.
constant. So thank you for
My wife see it.
running this ship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think this is the thing. Is what I have how Terry described it when I was talking to him a year ago. He said, "Right, you guys are in the kind of up on the top of the deck,
In the
with
wheelhouse.
wheel, basically." And he said,
Yeah.
"Just put that wheel straight ahead, and that's where the ship's going." He said, "Don't bother looking down behind to see what's happening in the engine room and all the other places. That ship just needs to be going forward fast, basically." And that's always been his narrative, which is, quite often we say, right, let's not get back into the politics of things and other conversations going on behind the scenes. We've got to be in the wheelhouse, just keeping that steering wheel going forward, basically. So that the ship is the good analogy, actually, Tara.
Yeah.
It just came, so I'm sure he's influencing.
The ship works.
Yeah, it's Terry.
Yeah, that's Terry.
Yeah.
I keep seeing him. I try not to cry when you were talking about him. It's like, oh my God. Yeah.
I know. But you
Yeah.
guys,
And-
if you feel called, please get in touch with us. Even if you just have questions and you're not quite sure what we do, there's lots of information on the website that talks about the facilitator medium role and things like that. But if you have any doubts, just give us a message.
Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes it starts with because somebody needs a clearing, and either for yourself or someone else, and you see the change, right? I mean, it's really the
Yeah.
testimonials, and all of the work, the compilation of all of Dr. Palmer's cases. The proof is there, and so if you're thinking of trying it, any of us, or we have a practitioners page on the website. Natasha and I have some space in our schedules as well. If anybody's interested, we're running a sale. Be merry is the code. if you want to take
merry.
part of that, yes, because you feel merry when you're
Yeah,
energetic scrub a dub dub, and that's kind of what we're doing. So yeah,
Let's all be merry.
yeah, cool.
yay.
Yeah. So thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you very much for those that have come in and commented. And we shall definitely look forward to speaking to you all again with more updates. Watch this space because it's all going to start coming through fairly quickly.
And we're back on our regular Thursday podcast time.
Yep.
Assuming we can sort the tech out at 4 o'clock, which today we couldn't.
Yeah, we couldn't get sound today. That's why we're late.
One day at a time, guys. One day at a time.
Once we get it all set up, it will just be a simple plug and play
Yeah,
process.
we'll just turn it on.
Divine
Yeah.
timing. Just get Ollie over there.
I'm just going to read the other comments.
Oh, there's feedback. Yeah. Oh, and I am totally still like excommunicated from Facebook at the moment. It's driving me crazy, but whatever. Gotta call.
All right, Jenny, thank you. Thank you for
Your
saying
guide.
that. We do need to look at the tech on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. John, take care. Jenny, Ashley, Gabby, Matsumi, everybody that's come to join us, thank you so much. And we
Cheers,
look
folks.
forward to speaking to you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hang on a sec, just get the tech working. End stream, there we go.